Hi everyone, today we are going to learn about binomial distribution. So what is actually binomial distribution? To simply put it, binomial distribution has the following characteristics. First, as the name implies, binomial, so it has two outcomes, success or failure. Okay, success or failure. Second, the number of outcomes is fixed. The number of outcomes n is fixed. Third, we have the observation is independent. Each observation is actually independent. Finally, we have the probability P of success is the same for each observation. So these are the characteristics of a binomial distributions. So let's start to try some examples of binomial distribution. Let's say we have a six-sided die. Let's say we have a six-sided die which is roll 5 times. And then what is actually the probability of getting a 3? What is the probability of getting a 3 2 times? So to actually do these questions, we must first identify 4 elements: n, x, p, q. So n is the number of the observations here, which is 5 times. X is actually what is the outcomes, that the number of times of the outcomes that we want to get, so it's actually 2 times. P is actually the probability of success for the outcome, so which is what is the probability of getting a 3? 1/6. So probability of failure is 5/6. So let's say we want to get a 3 2 times, so the x equal to 2. So we have the binomial equations as this: NCR p to the power of n and q to the power of n minus r. So NCR, r is actually x here, so NCR, which is 2, p is 1/6 to the power of n, which is 5, q is 5/6 to the power of n minus r, which is 3. So you press your calculator, you should be able to get the answer. So let's say we have 1/6 to the power of 5, multiply with 5/6 to the power of 3, and multiply with 5c 2. You press the calculator, you will actually get the answer as 0.0000744 as the outcome. So let's try another example. So let's say we want to find the probability that if Ali wins 7 games out of 10 games he plays, what is the with the probability of winning is 0.6. So what is actually the probability that if Ali wins 7 games out of 10 games he plays, with the probability of winning is 0.6. So let's identify it first: NRPQ. So n is the number of the observations, which is 10. R is the number of outcomes that we want to get, which is 7 games that he wins. P is the probability of success, which is 0.6. Q is 1 minus P, which is 0.4. So let's say we want to find the probability of equal to 7. So NCR 10C7 P 0.6 to the power of 7, 0.4 to the power of 3 times failure and 7 times success. So if you press your calculator, you will get the outcome as 0.21499. Let's say now we want to find what is the probability of winning at least 8 games. What is the probability of winning at least 8 games? So probability of at least 8 games is, we try to use another. So let's say we have probability of at least 8 games. So we need to find at least, means we want to find the outcome equal to 8 plus the outcome equal to 9 plus the outcome equal to 10. So let's say when the outcome is equal to 8, we will have 10C8 and probability of success is 0.6 power of 8, 0.4 power of 2 plus 10C9, 0.6 to the power of 9 and 0.4 to the power of 1 plus 10C10, 0.6 to the power of 10 and 0.4 to the power of 0. So now let's say we have this 0.6 to the power of 8 multiply with 0.4 to the power of 2 multiply with 10C8. The answer you will get is 0.12009 plus 10C9 multiply with 0.6 to the power of 9 multiply with 0.4. The answer you will get is 0.0403 plus 10C10 multiply with 0.6 to the power of 10. You will get 0.006047. So if we sum out all the answer, what we will get is 0.167. So now let's try one more examples so that you can familiarize yourself with the binomial distribution questions. So given a multiple choice question which has 10 questions, each with 4 answers. Only one is correct. So what is the probability? What is the probability of Alex answers correct exactly 2 questions correctly? So always first step we want to list down what is the N, what is the R, what is the P. So what is N? We are having 10 observations. What is the R? We want to check exactly 2 questions correct. What is the probability of success for each question for MCQ which has 4 answers? 0.25. So let's do this. Let's say we want to find the outcome that answers 2 questions correctly. So it's 10C2, 0.25 to the power of 2 and 0.75 to the power of 8. So let's press calculator and see what we will get. So 10c2 0.25 square multiplied with 0.75 to the power of 8. So what we get is actually 0.282 as the answer. So I hope you have learned about binomial distributions and some of the characteristics, and also how to answer questions. If you like more mathematics topics or questions, you can actually check out my playlist and subscribe to the channels to learn more. Thank you.